Hey guys, it's your pontiff here, and welcome to the ArchieLuxury live stream. Guys, I'm just posting the link. If you are a crew member, MarcoTimWhite.com, JJ Lecoute, even Lolex. I'd like to have Lolex back. NV Scotsman, $3. $3 to get plastic on. Plastics are welcome on. There's no problems. Plastic is welcome on there. That's not a problem. Speaking of hello. Here we go. We have got the man of the moment on the show, Marco. How are you, Marco?
I'm good, Arch. How are you?
Hey, man. So yesterday I made an interesting video on the ArchieLuxury channel.
I saw that.
Basically saying that I forgive. I was so suckered in by James. James could just talk. He could sell ice to Eskimos, that guy. He just knows what buttons to push.
Right.
And then I really thought about it. And I realized I really had a whole lot of unanswered questions. And I kind of changed my mind. Okay, I made a video on the Paul Pluta channel. See, Archie actually forgave him, but Paul Pluta isn't buying that bullshit. And I actually made a few points. I said, okay, I'm more than happy to take this apology. Watches global $25. Today, the Dragon Watch will be revealed. I reckon Pepsi on Oyster.
I've been trying to find out what the hell it is for the past week. No one's telling me. Prophet isn't telling me. JJ isn't telling me. If you don't know what we're talking about, Prophet has a watch that apparently nobody has covered on YouTube yet. And he's covering it today because Sundays are for the Last Dragon, right? And since nobody has taken that role before, it's called the Dragon Watch from now on.
No worries at all there. Anyhow, the thing is, REG is just look, I got to tell you this seriously. The Dragon, let me tell you this. I rode the Dragon, and then I got to tell you the truth there. I got to tell you, I said, well, was it I asked Anthony a couple of questions. Number one, was it Marco's idea or was it your idea? Because Marco said it was his idea. Now you're saying...
And he's taking credit for it now in that video.
Yeah. Then the other thing is, I wanted to know what happens to those Oyster Perpetuals. He had a whole series of Oyster Perpetuals which were going to be sold for charity. Well, now I find out someone told me that they're for sale on his website. So are they for charity, or you decided that's a stupid idea? The charity didn't work, so they can go... I mean, just tell the charity to get stuffed. I mean, between you and me, charities are, 90% of money that goes to charity goes in admin costs. And I got to be honest with you. The other thing is I said was I really wanted to know what happened to the raise. I heard rumors you were going to double the price of the raise. We're not hearing anything about the raise. That's gone all quiet. REG, $2. Everyone needs a path to redemption. We all messed up.
Well,
the other thing
can I just show you something? I just got some hot takes. I got to pull it up on the phone.
Ooh,
this is Anthony Fair. So he says, I'm a big believer in second chance. I've been given many in my life. But when you lose my respect, it's gone. You will never earn it back. But sorry, but that's how I am. That's from February of 2019. I don't know. There's a little bit of subtle irony in that post, Art. A little subtle irony.
Yeah. I got to tell you, the other thing is what's happening as far as this charity thing goes. That's all been swept away, gone. What's happening? I don't understand it. And then he's moving into new premises. Is that off the cards now? I don't understand. Imad Atia, $7 Canadian. Archie, I just wanted to mention that it's not Viking home.
Right. Arch, Little Italy and Montreal's going nuts right now. I left the parade to join the show. I said I had to. I don't want plastic thinking I'm betraying the pontiff. You know what I mean? I don't want that nasty plastic.
What happened?
MJT.
Why is everyone? G'day, Bud. MJT. Hello. He's a lovely guy.
Oh, we got Bud the stud.
Bud, the stud is back. Thank God, Bud. I am sorry. Look, can I please offer an apology? I'd like to offer an apology. Bud the stud, I am so sorry. Bud the stud. It's a long story, but basically, after the Anthony thing fell out, he sent me a personal email, and I actually cut and pasted it and sent it to Anthony and said, "Look what a jerk you are." Okay, and Bud got shitted off with me, which I completely understand, Bud. But now we're friends again because you know why? Because Anthony is a jerk. I was right. See,
I want to know what
Bud
Profits
the
watches.
stud. The Pine Barren, $5. Quite a change of heart, Arch, but consumers require more information before ultimate forgiveness. We need details that remain elusive. Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I don't understand. There's many questions. And I also said, if you're going to, before you start giving money away, what about Marco's ex-girlfriends? You know, that girl.
That's pretty damning. Yeah.
Tim Wright seems to think she is not a lie. I want to apologize to Tim Wright as well. I said Tim has got the of a seal. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the girlfriend is a true. I thought that was a plant. I thought it was the same woman who saw Anthony at Nick and Sam's. I thought it was a plant, but I don't think it is a plant. What do you think, Marco?
No, I don't. I think her story. Listen, I will say this. Tim sent me some evidence, and it's very clear. I'm not going to show the evidence, but it's very clear they had intimate relations because Tim said not to, right? And she was quite upset with Tim that he shared it with me anyway.
I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to try and get the money back for her.
Right. But 100%, yeah, agreed, Arch. I mean, like, you want the girl to get her just due at the end of the day.
100%.
We got JJ at the Gentleman's Hangout. I know he told me he was going to get a barbecue.
Guys, tuning in. He's at a barbecue.
He might be a little bit late.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Look, I got to be totally honest with you, Marco. Are you buying to think about this?
Arch, I didn't hear a single.
You're not buying.
Okay. If I'm buying it,
are you buying this story? Are you buying his apology or you're not?
Like it's hard, you know what I mean, Arch? Because I'm torn between, like, no, I don't buy it because of the timing, right? The timing is too ideal, you know what I mean? When the last guy who was defending you, Paul Thorpe, makes a video and releases it, and basically tells you you've been an idiot and you're not going to make it back into the inner circle of watch dealers. Then you make, your apology video. Only then, when you're like kind of on when you're, basically finished, right? The bleeding there's no more bleeding to be done because there's no blood left, So there's part of that, but at the same time, like you don't want somebody, you don't wish bad on somebody either. You know what I mean? So like, it's hard to say. I don't believe the apology for a second, but I also wish him well at the same time,
Of course, we all wish him well on the channel here. I got to tell you, I've had such a ratings boost. He has done more for me in that 2 weeks there. Man, my top rating videos. Timepiece Gentlemen, Timepiece Gentlemen, Timepiece Gentlemen. It's kept me in yeah.
I think this is also a good point. It's a little too early to decide anything.
Yeah, DC in LV. It's too early to decide anything. Yesterday was a start in the right direction. Redemption takes time.
Right. But at the same time, maybe he only wants redemption because now he realized, like, oh crap, I'm in for a serious
business back to normal. This is hurting. It's hurting. It's hurting. You can see that, can't you? This is really hurting. Okay, this is painful, man. This is ratings poison. He wants to get back. He's got to buy and sell these watches. People, that's what they want to tune into. They want to tune in. That's exactly what they want to do, man. They want to see what's going on his show and get involved. They want to all pretend to be wheeler dealer dealers.
Right.
Man, this is the go. Just out of interest, that video yesterday, ArchieLuxury forgives Timepiece Gentlemen. That's had 9,400 views.
Very nice.
Right. And then on my Archie, the Paul Pluter channel, So 9-4 versus 6-8. Ooh. Okay, now the thing is, you got to also remember, you would say, okay, well, that means people are believing him. But hang on a minute. That first video came out several hours ahead. So I got to be honest with you. It looks like people aren't buying it. I'm sorry. This is, if you look at when I placed the videos, I gave them a good gap just to, like, it's like a racetrack. You don't just start off at the start line. It's like you got to give them a head start, that runner. Then, so we're timing it. I don't think they're going to forgive him. I really don't think they're going to forgive him. And I got to be honest with you. I don't like making these videos. It's I don't want to do it. But the ratings money is so good. The Google ads are so amazing. Even Marco, you don't like doing this. You didn't want to do this, but it was just too tempting. Man, it's too tempting. You know what I mean?
Everybody's getting their own. Why can't I get a little piece of the action? You know what I mean?
Exactly. My good friend Lux Report, he got his channel almost monetized from this event. He's made videos, churning them out. He got the hours he needed. Helmet, $56, $5. I am sorry. Sorry that I got caught in so many lies. Contrition after caught with smoking gun. Not buying it.
Right. I mean, the apology definitely seemed forced. And the timing was just, I mean, it was so obvious. You know what I mean? Like, it's just...
What do you think as part of the community? Do you think the community will forgive him or not? Americans tend to, they like a success story, and then they will forgive you, but I'm just a bit concerned. What do you think?
Arch. Modern American culture likes a success story, but they're also indoctrinated with this idea of cancel culture, this idea that once you fuck up once, you can never...
Holy shit. I have just gone on to the Gentlemen timepieces. Okay. But by the way, I think that's what went wrong. The guy who was making the hats and the shirts for Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
It's Timepiece Gentlemen or Gentlemen Timepieces. He mucked it up. I think that's why Anthony doesn't want to pay. Does that make sense?
Oh, the merch. You're talking about the merch.
The merchandise. Yeah.
Oh, I never thought about it.
Yeah, I think
that's
yes,
what happened. Would make sense. That would probably make sense, right?
Yeah. Just out of interest, I've just gone on to Timepiece Gentlemen just now. Okay, so I'll put my email address in to let you know you're not a robot. Okay, yep. Oh, shit. Parking meters. Jesus Christ, what the hell is this? Is this a commercial site or what is it? Submit. We're making a few adjustments. Reopening July 12, which is... Wow. What does that mean? Look at that. What does that mean? Peter Richard, £3. Forgive and forget. Forgive him, then forget him.
That's nasty. That is nasty.
Yeah. I got to say...
Arch, the watch community is a pretty unforgiving bunch, so I'd be surprised. I would be very surprised.
Just remember, Marco, please, can I just say this kindly to you or not?
Tell me.
Marco, the community loves you, right?
Yes.
Don't be pulling stupid shit, okay? Let this be a warning to you, okay? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain shit you can get away with, and there's certain shit you can't. Like even me, I'm very careful. Like, people think I got all this power and control. Not.
Right. Nobody's too big to fail, right? Nobody's too big to fail.
100%. You live by the sword, die by the sword. Right. It's ferocious. Seriously. Marco, it's very, very dangerous. Okay? I'm sorry to say this to you. I'm sorry, okay?
Right.
I'm really sorry. By the way, isn't that a nice Patek? Look at that there.
Yeah, it's the new 5990.
My God, it's gorgeous. What do you reckon? Do you think that's a good... Is that a one and done?
Yeah, I prefer the one, like there's a brown dial one. It's the 5980 on a leather strap. Oh, that's my favorite. Here, let me pull it up.
Those guys have got this watch, haven't they?
Yeah, they must have it in stock, I imagine.
Nico was wearing it. Marco.
He's got the 1R,
Sorry.
the 5712 1R, right? The 1R. This is the one. This is my favorite.
Oh, that is beautiful.
I like the contrast of the brown dial with the white sub dial.
I never really been a big Nautilus fan.
Me neither.
You know,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, it's nice. Like, now that it's really desirable, you think, oh, yeah, it's so cool. But in the day, I never really even loved it.
I would much rather have, like, Paul Silicius has the 5172. I'd much rather have that.
Ah,
Brian BK has a
yes.
5320G, which is the perpetual with the syringe hand. I'd much rather have that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the 5235 I prefer over this. But if I had to pick one, it's probably the one.
Do you think I've got a really, I tell you the truth. I've been wearing the annual calendar yesterday for a little bit. And then I put my Milgauss, I'm wearing the Milgauss today. I really like Steel Sports. Like, do I want to wear the annual? You know what? I want to put back in the bank safe and take another Rolex out. I don't know why.
I get that. No, I get that.
Here we go. Gentlemen Hangout, $2. Tim's Dental Work by Timepiece Gentlemen.
You know what's funny is that MJT has a knockout collection, and he's been wearing that Steel Explorer 2, and he says to me, he texted me the other day, he said, maybe Archie's right. Maybe Steel Sports is where it's at.
He's got a black dial. Wasn't it a black dial?
He's got the black dial. Yeah, let me pull this up. Hold on one second.
He's got an amazing collection.
It's super collection. And you know he's got the Rapport box, the Rapport?
Yes! That's a lovely box.
I love it.
They're not cheap.
Right. I think it's for sure okay. I pulled it up on JJ's stream. Look at that.
Yeah, wow. 10 piece. 10 piece.
And he's got the Explorer 2 on the wrist. 10 in the box, 1 on the wrist.
Explorer 2. Wowzers. That's, I got to tell you, let's look at that. The sub, yes. The Yachtmaster in white gold, yes. That's the solid gold sub, yes. Yachtmaster in white gold, yes. That's the white gold Daytona with the blue dial, yes. GMT in rose gold, yes. That's a day date, 40, yes. Panda, yes. Grenade, 100%. He's got the perpetual calendar chronograph. Amazing. He's got the new world time. And he's got the 5227. That's with the hinged back.
Right.
Actually,
a friend of the show, CB, actually just got that grenade. Or he will be getting it. Sorry.
They're expensive.
Yeah, pretty expensive. At retail, they are. Well, he's getting retail.
They're expensive. They're even more expensive in the grey market.
Right. Very expensive.
I mean,
it's all about the connections you have, really, to get it.
I don't have any.
Right.
I kind of
regular guys ain't getting grenades at retail.
Shit. Regular guys can't get an Air King.
Right.
Like if you were just still waiting, just pretend, right? MJT always watching behind the seat. Cheers for the nice words. And I got to tell you, just between you and me, you know, he told me because of his business has changed a little bit, he's not going back to a certain because of this lockdown crap, right? Which I don't blame him. I said, man, I got a sub from you. I got an Amiga. You got my mate, the Bruce Wayne. It's all cool. I'm actually, you know what? If the Pepsi doesn't come, it's not the end. I got the Explorer too. That's why I stocked up on it when I could get it. You know what I mean? I actually had to use a credit card to pay for that. And I thought, you know what? Just get it, just in case. and I had my bases covered. I got the sub date 41, Wind and Wear Milgauss, and the Explorer 2. So if the Pepsi came, it's a bonus. But if it doesn't come, you know what? No big deal.
Also,
No big
Explorer
deal.
2 Polar is kind of the Archie watch. I mean, if I had to
Yeah.
link 3 watches to you, it's Explorer 2 Polar, Speedmaster, and the Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso, right?
Oh, you'd link those 3.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, cool. So
I
I
mean,
gotta tell you, in all
Speedmaster,
honesty,
Man on the Moon.
cool as a cucumber. Thank you. I gotta tell you, man, seriously, I have been thinking, would you ever go a one and done? Could you ever do one and done? No.
Forget.
No.
Forget.
I suppose for you, the Bruce Wayne would be the closest to a one and done, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that or the no date sub. You could go either, but I would do Bruce Wayne, obviously.
No, you're Bruce Wayne, man. Come on.
Right.
The story.
I
the
prefer the
legend.
Bruce Wayne. Yeah, if I had to choose only one, I
By
would
the
do
way,
but the
what
subs.
did you think of Timepiece Gentlemen when he made that apology video? He was wearing a Bruce Wayne. Did that piss you off? Did you notice that?
I know I got to sell it, Arch. I got to get a Pepsi or something. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but what do you think? Because he was normally wearing that stupid
Richard
Aqua
Mill.
RM, wasn't he?
Right. I thought he would wear his MBNF, you know, the MBNF, the LM Perpetual or something like that. Because he wanted to show he's a real watch enthusiast, right?
I don't know. Well, I look, to be honest with you, did you see that accountant made the video?
I didn't watch the video, but I got recommended it. I never watched it. No.
It's incredible. It said exactly what I did in accounting way. It said, look, excessive spending on luxury goods, excessive spending on restaurants. The IRS doesn't take kindly to $17,000.
Right. You can't just write off. Like people think that you can just write off a full
anything.
$17,000 steak dinner. They're gonna ask you what the hell happened, and a lot of it is very excessive. Like you can't write off the full amount of that bill. Like you have to show. You know what I mean? Like to write it, especially when they got something to prove against you, or they're gonna audit you. Forget it. They're gonna look at you with a fine tooth comb, and it's not pretty.
I mean, he's got a fair point there. Like, it was entertainment purposes for his channel. You know what I mean? Like, it did bring in the ratings. You must admit that. Okay?
There's that, but I mean, Arch, the money could be spent so much better elsewhere.
Yeah, but let me say this to you. You know, when they make a movie, they might crash a Ferrari. Well, that is a deduction. Like, they bought a Ferrari and they smashed it. It's no longer...
Right.
Normally they buy a shit for a Ferrari that's got trouble anyhow, very cheap, and make it look good. You know what I mean? But it's still, I kind of, yeah. Look, it is what it is. There, I think philosophically, it's kind of. I tell you what, that watches. I've actually starting to get more joy in a compact like MJT's collection. You seen those Bofors briefcases? Like, I don't ever want, those briefcases you can put 30 watches in. Have you seen those?
Yeah, the Archie super fan. You know the Archie super fan. He's been emailing me with the collection. He's got a nice collection. He's got that 30, the 30 Bosphorus.
He's got a nice one. That color.
One watch per brand, also. I mean, listen, there's some stuff in there I wouldn't recommend, but it's
filler. You gotta get when you got 30 slots to fill. You gotta have a bit of filler.
Right, you gotta have filler.
You need some filler. There's a bit of seafood extender.
I don't know why you would just do one watch per brand. It's a nice idea, but when you're doing 30, like 30 one watch per brand, it's not feasible to have all good quality or the best quality.
100%. It's look, it's kind of had its day. You know that.
Arch, let me ask: is this super chats? Is this super chat button working? What's going on, man? It's a slow day.
It is a slow day. Don't know. I got to tell you, MJT is enjoying his black. I reckon just keep it, enjoy it. If you like it, love it, just. In MJT's collection, the problem is some of those big, heavy-hitting pieces. It's a nice collection just to look at. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Van Lux.
Van Lux, $2.79 super chat. Thank you.
Right. I think the guys in the UK are a bit deflated because Italy just beat them in soccer. There's that, and then who knows? Who knows? We're missing the team today. We're missing the crew. The crew.
The crew. I gotta tell you, it is a. I heard of YouTubers going on trips, expensing the air tickets, hotel, do a couple of vids, then write everything off. Amazing. Good luck. That's honestly no problems because you're creating content. I didn't say you're flying first class. You're flying economy. You're making content. That's a legitimate business expense. Where the problem is if you took your family or you took, made limited content out of, that's where the problem lies.
Yes. And it's also like, let's say somebody's reviewing, like people will go on like a $20,000 trip, right? That $20,000 plane ticket to, I don't know, someplace in the Middle East.
Mind you, there's a guy who does, he reviews first class tickets. That's what he does.
Right, you can write those off. 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, who knows? We're not CPAs.
The Pine Baron, $5. When it comes to operations, financial statements and balance sheet and tax, this YouTube drama may just be the tip of the iceberg.
If they can't even fix their inventory system properly, I mean, Arch, they got an inventory system working out of Excel. That's a disaster. You can't do that, Arch.
Well, there's nothing wrong with Excel. As long as you've got one person administering it. If you've got multiple access to it, it's a disaster. Okay? Disaster.
At the rate they flip watches, they need somebody.
What they need is, I'll tell you what they need. They need a spreadsheet that's got the stock number, the item, the stock code, what model, whatever it is. They need a column which says how much they paid. How much it cost? Did they pay for it? When it was sold? And how much they got in. They want to have that. They want to be able to look at the spreadsheet and work out, has the money come in? Have we paid for it? And has it gone out? The danger is, there's dangers that they could double pay for items. See, the margins are so low, that'd be a disaster. If you start double paying for items, that'd be terrible. But, Yankee Doodle, $2. My new Speedy is a bitch to wind. Fike me dead. Got to get used to it. I know what you mean. But eventually you get used to it. It's, I love the Speedies. By the way, I told you I got some straps coming from Christian, from Theo and Harris.
Yeah, those would be nice.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of, the one I got on there, that Type 1, it just, by the way, you know what pisses me off? I had these pants I bought from Lowe's Menswear, and the color has come off a bit onto the strap. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's got a little bit of green tinge on it. I suppose it's okay.
How'd that happen?
Because they're cheap, super cheap pants, They just
it rubbed off?
The dye, yeah. It's just, I don't know why.
I mean, I'm sure you can fix it, right? If you restain it. You could probably restain the strap. I don't know.
It'll probably just come off itself if it's that.
Right.
It's very light. It kind of gives it a nice greenish. I don't mind it. Marco, what's happening in your world there of wristwatches? Tell me this. What's happening on your channel? You're monetized now?
Not yet. I mean, I filled out the application form.
Shit. How long does it take to get monetized?
They said within the month, so hopefully the next couple of days or weeks, we'll see.
Shit. Takes a while, doesn't it?
I just finished my last exam today, too, which is pretty nice.
So that's it now? There's no more exams?
No. I finished my summer class, and I just have one more semester. December, Arch, I can't wait. It's going to be so good to be done. Whew.
So this gives you a bachelor's degree, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
A Bachelor of Business or something?
Commerce, yeah. It's BCom, Bachelor of Commerce.
And what do you want to do then? Become a CPA? No. You want to go into the financial industries, do some consulting? What would you like?
I have no idea, Arch. Can I be totally honest with you? I'd like to work in the watch industry in some capacity. If I'm being
Yeah.
honest, if I'm being totally honest,
Yeah.
that would be. But I mean, listen, I'll take anything that comes as a new graduate, you know?
Sure. So, how the city that you're in? I don't know Canada well. You're in which city are you in?
Montreal.
Quebec, Montreal. So, is it easy to get jobs? What's the job situation like?
Yeah, jobs are pretty easy to get. As a new graduate, yes, usually.
Okay. Yankee Doodle, $2. I'm on my fifth shot of Glenfiddich 19. Delicious. That is very good stuff. That I like that. And Frank Sinatra, $2. Tell Han Solo to hop on the Discord chat. Who's Han Solo?
I don't know. It's a good question. I have no idea.
No idea. Okie dokie. Um. Yeah. Yeah. Super Stacker. Remember Super Stackers? That was the. Are you into silver or commodities like that? You know, silver? No.
No, not really.
No. I gotta say, really, what love? What's your love for watches now? Like, what's your love? What do you feel? Where's your passion?
Right now I'm relaxing with the watches, Arch. I got a pretty stable collection. I think I'm just gonna enjoy what I have for now, and then just keep
Oh no,
keep
we're not poo-pooing a CPA.
right. No, he's
It's
just
actually
asked me.
CPA is actually bloody hard to do. You've got to pass more exams, which
Right.
it depends. Look, let me say this to you. My dad's a CPA, and it depends what stream you want to do. Some people get a bachelor. Depends what subjects you've done, because some
Right.
people become a CPA. Other people use the commerce degree to go into different areas of accounting. There's a lot more areas than tax and audit work. So I think you might have misunderstood what we said. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with CPA. CPA is a great thing to have. Just so after you've done a degree, you're kind of sick of study. You kind of just want to take
Exactly.
a break.
And anyways, you can't apply to CPA school without at least like 2 years of full-time experience. So you need to actually work.
Yeah.
You actually need to
Yeah.
work 2 years minimum before you can apply. At least here in Canada, that's the way it works.
I
Nobody's
totally.
poo-pooing a CPA, guys. Come on.
No, it'd be good if you exactly right there. Yankee Doodle, $2. Arch, do you eat on proper tableware or paper goods? You know what? I actually have a really good dinner set, but nobody really uses them now. Fine cutlery, because fine china, you don't really want to put it in the dishwasher. That's the problem with it.
Right.
Hello, Doc.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Hey, it's not too bad there. It's not too bad. We just chatting about the Timepiece Gentlemen. John O, $2. Partners, TPG and TGV, timeless urban gentry watches. Here we go. Andrew Seuss, $5. I'm a CPA and never worked as an accountant, but gave me good options. You betcha. You betcha. Very good options. He's done very well, Andrew. And Ernie, $2. Pontiff, Fike, Mary, Kill, Squally, Moses, Seiko. Squally, Nomos, Seiko.
Marry the
There we go.
Nomos, fight the Seiko, and kill the Squally. I think that's the only answer, right?
Exactly. Watches 24, $5. Pontiff, how will Timepiece Gentlemen source heavy hitters now? Will other grey market dealers supply them after the fiasco? What is Timepiece Gentlemen's path to redemption? You know what I honestly think he should do? Or let me tell you what he should do. For starters, stay in the premises you're at. Don't do anything silly like getting new premises. And I would say, look at your costs. If business has fallen off, maybe get rid of staff. I got to be honest with you. I think the best business to have, and I've said this to many people, and people have said this to me, 1 or 2 man business, low cost premises, and no staff. When you start having teams of staff, and it actually becomes you become just managing people, which is awful. And I got to be honest with you, sometimes it's better just to have a comfortable existence, a simple life. Simple. Do you have to become the movie star, the next thing on Netflix, the next big thing? Do you need to really, that's the question. So I would say just pipe it down, maybe do some consolidation. If the numbers have fallen, maybe reduce staff a bit and stay where you are. Just slow down. And I think definitely put some proper systems in place to stop fraud or double paying. You got to make sure how it's going there. Growing too fast is really it's not a great thing. Wolf Netherton, $5. There's nothing to believe. Timepiece Gentlemen posted a textbook, non-apology, lots of size, no substance, real apologies, explicitly name and own the offense. He did mention, I watched it again. He did mention Paul Thorpe, he mentioned Eric, and he mentioned Roman and Adrian. He did mention them. I'm sorry to them. He did say that. How are you going, Doc? You buying anything exciting? No, he's okay.
I think Doc's not here.
He's okay. M, $2. Arch, Breguet, 5817. Toxic or not? That's a traditional, isn't it? Oh, it's the Marine. Marine. Is it? Just double check.
Let me double.
I quite like the Marine series.
Yeah, it's a Marine.
I quite like it. It's kind of unusual. It's it seems to be more.
You know who actually has this? What's his name?
That?
The mayor of New York, Andrew Cuomo.
Oh, is that right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Hold on, let me look this up. I'm pretty sure it's him. 1 second. So maybe it is kind of toxic. Hold on a minute. Yes, he does. It is him.
Got you.
But a suit with a rubber strap? A rubber strap?
I like it. I like it. Because it is kind of formal, but it's sporty.
Yeah, I don't know. Not the best watch. Definitely not the best watch, in my opinion.
It's a Breguet.
Oh, look at this. This is our man Vlad, Arch. The man Vlad. Oh, he's the governor. Sorry, he's the governor. My bad. Not the mayor. He's the governor. It's true. Bill de Blasio is the mayor, I'm pretty sure.
I have no idea. I still thought Giuliani was the mayor. Wasn't Giuliani the mayor once?
Yeah, but that was like in the 2000s, like the early 2000s. I don't know. What do you think about these, Arch? The Breguet Marine.
I look. I think it's not really my cup of tea. Like they're not ridiculously expensive for a Breguet, are they?
They're great bang per buck. 100% great bang per buck.
They're kind of a little. I kind of think the Submariner is so classic compared to them. That's the only thing.
Right. I like it. The only thing I hate, or I'm coming to dislike about Breguet watches, are those bloody lugs. They're so long, Arch. I wish they would just crop them, like half them. It would be so much better. They're just too long.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what's my favorite Breguet? Let me show the Peter Breguet 737. Arch, I've been falling for this one right here. Let's get a good picture.
I like the semi-skeletonized one. You know,
those are nice.
Traditional.
Arch, look at this. You get 3 patterns of guilloche on the dial.
I don't like the way they've cut that out. It looks like someone's used a flick knife to I'm sorry.
You know this is based on an old Breguet pocket watch, right?
Yeah.
And he had the same thing.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
This is great. But there's also even just their 3-hand watches. I mean, I saw one up for like over a year for like 14 Canadian Arch, like a 5177, which is just their. I mean, the bang per buck is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly right. Exactly. I don't know, the Breguet Marine, I got to be honest. I mean, look, if I got to say this to you. You know how I'm into Pateks? I could have easily just been into Breguets. They are such a
Right.
beautiful brand.
You could have
I
went
could
to
have also
Vacheron. Right. You
could have
been
gone to Vacheron, could have gone to Longines. There's a, sorry.
Well, Longa. I think you meant Longa.
Lange. But the thing is, I kind of think it's good to have a couple just in one brand. Just to have a few. I'm so happy to have done that. I'm really not looking for anything else.
Right. I feel full right now, Arch. It's kind of weird. Like, don't get me wrong. I still look at watches every day. You know what I mean? I'll go through Chrono 24. I'll watch video. But I'm good for right now,
100%. 100%. Guys, we might wrap this show up in a couple minutes. It seems to be a bit slow today.
Right. It's a bit of a slow show. Yesterday we had a good show.
Okay.
We had a good show yesterday. And then today it's toxic. It's just toxic. What are you going to do?
We had a good little bit of a run there. It's okay.
Right.
But I got to say, in all honesty, I think I would prefer Breguet to Independence, but
yeah, it's hard to say. They're both very good.
Oh, look at this. Airy, $2. Arch, 5205G at retail or secondhand. First Patek. Try and get it secondhand because there's, it is
100%.
It's one of the most beautiful watches, especially in white gold. It is gorgeous.
I wouldn't pay full retail for the retail experience. I don't think that's worth it.
MJT, $31. Reach the 10-watch max limit. So if something comes in, something must go. First to go will be the white gold blue dial Daytona. What could I get for an Oz Arch? Also, the panda in my photo doesn't count. It's for my son.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, honestly, the white gold blue dial Daytona, that is absolute. I'll actually check. I got a friend of mine he's got a few Daytonas. I'll ask him. And that's actually it's got what age is that there, Marco? Because it's got the gold bezel. It doesn't have the ceramic. His Daytona there.
Oh, it's the new one. It's one of the
model.
two John Mayer. Yeah, it's one of the two John Mayer Daytonas.
Yeah. It's I got to tell you.
I told him not to sell it, but he's like,
I don't know why he wants to sell it because I think that's.
I wouldn't sell it. I would not sell it.
You've seen what's happened to the green dial.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I would say if there is any time to sell it, you're right now, Arch, because the market for Daytonas is just ridiculous, and I don't think anybody could have seen this happening, nor do I think it could keep going forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if there ever was a time to sell it, I think it would be now. But I mean, hey, I got to be honest. This is an amazing watch.
So what are they going for? I think they're going for about $50,000, aren't they? US.
Let's pull it up. Let's find out.
$50,000. Just let me have a toilet break. I'll be right back there. Just cover me for a minute there.
No worries. Let's pull this up. Whew. Oh man. All right. Let's pull this up. Let us pull this up. I mean, we're talking anywhere in the range from here. Let's go to the cheapest just to start assessing what is the cheapest you can get. Yeah, these are all a little bit cheap. I think you're looking easily 65,000 Canadian, which is, I mean, it's pretty much 1-to-1, like about 67,500, 67,500. That's roughly what I would expect. But yeah, I mean, again, if there ever was a time to sell a Daytona, it would be now. Whew. That is, I mean, I would even try 70,000. Why not? You could potentially get 70. I think 65 is probably reasonably priced. You'll probably get 65. Awesome. And we got some more super chats. He says, "Would Oakley World $5? What do you guys think about the SPGA 231 Grand Seiko? Will Archie add one to the collection? I don't think Archie will ever add one to the collection. And as for, let me just pull it. SPGA. 65,000 for a Daytona. 65. That kind of makes your stomach churn. Oh, this is the diver. The diver. Not a big fan. Not a big fan of this one. I got to be totally honest with you. Not my favorite Grand Seiko ever, and I don't know. I don't know if I would ever buy a Grand Seiko either. I think it's nice, but it's not what I would personally get. I would definitely get a white dial or a black dial Seamaster Professional before I would get this any day of the week, or I would get also a Tudor Black Bay before I would get this, and save myself the extra cash. This is really expensive, really, really expensive, and I don't know if it's worth it.
Oh my shit!
We got Doc back. Here we go.
Hey, MJT, here we go. Doc's back. Sorry.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, the cheapest are like 50, like top of the line 50,000. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think 65,000 is kind of where most people are sitting at, most dealers. So probably something in like the range of like 60 to 65,000 is probably reasonable.
My God.
But yeah, it's pretty incredible, right?
I don't know if I would sell it. Why would he sell it? But why would you sell it? Like,
I wouldn't.
think,
I wouldn't sell it either.
And remember this, MJT: 10 in the box, 1 on the wrist, and 1 on the in the winder.
Yeah, because also the Panda doesn't count, right? The Panda doesn't count.
Panda doesn't count because it's for his son.
Right. You know that Panda has the same, like the birth date of his son is on the actual papers of the that's it. I mean, that's a hell of a start to a watch collection, Arch. We got a couple super chats to catch up on.
Here we go. Oakley World, $5. What do you guys think about the SBGA 231 Grand Seiko? Will Archie add one to the collection? I got a friend of mine who's a huge Seiko fan. He likes the Prospex, some of the Prospex divers, which did use I think they used some of the Grand Seiko movements.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Possible.
But I got to tell you, this here is actually a good-looking watch. It's a monster. The question is, bang per buck, it's pretty good.
No, it's not.
But
isn't it expensive?
It is. But you look at the diving specs on this watch.
I would get an Omega Seamaster Professional if you don't want to get a sub. Right, I would get a Polar Seamaster.
See, Grand Seiko's got a huge diving heritage, the huge diving history.
Yeah, but so does Doxa, Arch. So does Doxa. You know what I mean? Just because something has diving history doesn't mean it's worth getting.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got to remember, this here is like it's a real alternative to the sub, isn't it? I mean, I'd rather get a sub, okay? Sub or a Sea Dweller, wouldn't you?
But the thing is, it looks too similar to a sub. I think that's kind of my problem with it.
It's got a power reserve.
They've got a branding problem too.
Yeah, that also.
I mean, and that's the thing, Doc. I mean, who the hell, SBGA 231? I mean, man, it's got to be called a Seiko something. You can't have
but not just that, but I mean, Grand Seiko, the problem with it is it's like saying Grand Toyota.
Right.
I mean, you know, Lexus is its own brand for a reason. It's a branding problem.
Tim S, $2. Did anyone notice AP Remaster 01? Beautiful watch. What is that? What is that?
Yeah, I have no idea. Let's look at it. Oh, yes. It's this chronograph. I don't like this. I have to be honest with you. It is nice, but I don't like it.
The problem is AP is a one-trick pony. It's
Right.
Royal Oak or nothing. I'm sorry.
Well, they're clearly going for the.
So what is that? What metal is that? Is that steel and rose gold?
Yeah, steel with a rose gold bezel, pushers, and...
See, it would have been nice if it was white gold and rose gold.
I think it's steel, yeah.
You think
But yeah, I don't like it, Arch. Like, would you get this? Like, there's one Vacheron that they made. It's got those twisted lugs, but I can't remember the name. It's got similar.
I like the teardrop lugs. If you want teardrop lugs,
here you go. This is the model. You see, it's got those similar twisted lugs, and it's a bi-compact chronograph. Hold on, it's a terrible picture. Every time you try it, there you go. This is a vintage reference.
Yeah.
Give me a second. But yeah, the point is these are probably the best in my opinion. L'Historie chronograph, that's the one. And it's got the 3-2-1 movement, the Lamagna movement. I would get this, and it's way cheaper. Way cheaper.
I see. Here we go. Grendel 62, $2. Bathroom break brought to you by Make Me a Marco.
Thank you, man.
That's never going to go away, is it? Make me a Marco.
No.
121 click bezel, $5. TPG is just following the YouTuber influence playbook. Scandal backlash apology fight with Floyd Mayweather. Got your hat.
Oh, look at this, Arch. Birminghart is not happy. He says, nothing wrong with the Doxa diver.
The orange Doxa is very unique. Very
unique. It is unique.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know much about them, Arch, but I just know they have a very good diving, like an amazing diving history. And they're mostly worn by divers. And they have a cult kind of following because of it.
The thing is Blank Pain, what do you think of Blank Pain as a diver?
You know, I like to compare Blank Pain is like the higher horology version, like finishing wise, to Omega, where they do great watches, but they always fight those little details up that make you not want to get it. You know what I mean? Like,
tell me this, if you had a choice of a Blank Pain or an AP offshore diver.
Okay, well, it depends which one we're talking. Are we talking like a 40 mil Blanc Pain? Because if we're doing the 43 mil 50 fathoms, those are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Plus, it's more than 43. Really?
Yeah. But if it was the 40 mil Blanc Pain 50 fathoms, then yeah, I would do the 40 mil 50 fathoms. I mean, it is the original diver.
Compared to an AP offshore diver? I like the diver. I think the offshore...
50 fathoms is the one that looks the nicest.
It does look
best
nice.
Aesthetics.
I'm not the biggest fan of helium escape valves, the sides on the side of the case.
Sure.
But the AP is probably the better finished watch. I mean, let's be honest. And it's got the better movement.
Yeah.
But on aesthetics, if we're talking aesthetics alone, I think the 50 fathoms is better. Plus, it's the original. It's the original dive watch. It's the one that started it all. Besides the Rolex Oyster case, right? Besides the Rolex Oyster case.
So you guys have corrupted me, so I just have to let you know that you've corrupted me. I tried, but I bought another watch.
Here we
what
go.
Did you get? Da-da-da-da.
I'm not going to tell you until I actually get it in my hands. I don't want to.
Don't jinx it.
I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
But I'll just say that it's a Rolex. I'll just say that it's Steel Sports, and I'll just say that it costs more than a Calatrava.
And it's modern?
I'm not going to say anything more.
Okay.
This is
Big Sal, 50 fathoms becoming like Speedy's, too many different models and making it confusing. What's what?
Well, because Blanc Pain, I think I was watching, I can't remember if it's an article or a video, and they said something like 35 to 50% of all Blanc Pain sales are 50 fathoms, right? So they do 50 fathoms diver, perpetual calendar, triple calendar, chronograph. So they dilute what the 50 fathoms is, and they're doing the same thing with the Bathyscap models, which I don't really like, but they're doing the same things: annual calendar, perpetuals, chronographs.
Well, what else do they have though? You know.
Well, they do have their dress watches.
That's what I mean, though.
But nobody wants those.
Who gets excited about the dress watches? So they're forced to focus on the 50 fathom, I think.
The problem is Blancpain is kind of in no man's land. Like I see them a lot, like JLC, IWC, where they're not super high horology, but they're not like middle of the pack, like Rolex and all those guys. So they're stuck in that mid zone that not a lot of buyers. There's not that many buyers that are in.
I believe they made 150 fathoms aesthetically. They made a watch that looked like a 50 fathoms, but it was only 40 mil, if I'm not mistaken.
They made a couple. Yeah, they made a couple. There's the Hodinkee mil spec. There's the no rad. Here, I'll pull this up.
I don't know. You know, Blancpain, is that a Phoenix luxury brand? I mean, how was it that great in the day?
Yeah, no, it was because I'm pretty sure they had like during
they only
the
use
quartz
Valjoux movements. You know that they only use Valjoux movements in these vintage ones. You know that, don't you?
Did they?
Well,
I'm not 100% sure on that because they had 7 super like they were doing all 7 complications like perpetuals, minute repeaters, minute repeaters. Then they had also the perpetual chronographs, I think. They were doing a bunch of different complications. Is the point?
Is that a knock on a Valjoux, or is that a knock on the fact that it wasn't in house? Because no one was doing it in house.
Right.
Yeah, no one was doing in house. That's true. True. Just, I don't know whether they are a true, like they come across as basically a sport. That's the ultimate luxury diver is a Blancpain 50 fathoms. I'm not so sure.
Right. It's like Minerva or Mont Blanc saying Minerva's like a high horology movement. That's not what it was.
That was
always.
It was always mediocre. You
Right.
know? It's a
But
bit
it
like
doesn't have
Gerard
that cool-
Perregay. Is Gerard Perregay, you know, that pretends to be a...
I don't know, Arch. They're pretty good watchmakers at Gerard Perregaux. They're pretty damn good.
Yeah, but then they're not Patek level, are they?
It's kind of hard, right? It's kind of hard to answer that.
Like
Because
Gerard
they do have
Perregay-
watches that do have that Patek level of finish and of complication.
Like Chopard.
But-
What's Chopard? Do you think Chopard is... Like, they got some amazing things with the, you know, like
LUC.
the
right.
LUC, right?
Mhm.
Amazing attention. But would you really...
Their
It's hard
watch
to bite
band
the
is
bullet.
probably better than their watch. You know, they've got the tire tread watch band. I mean, that's a bigger deal than the watch itself.
That's the Millet Migler. And that's only a Valjoux 7750 movement in the Millet Miglers. You know that? It's
But those are their entry level models, right? That's not LUC.
Yeah. DP $5. What do you think of the PAM 753 as an entry level first Panerai? In-house mechanical. Pull it up, please. I tell you what, I liked O'Sheen's PAM yesterday. What did you think of that?
Those are nice. I mean, it's
That was in
almost the same one.
titanium,
Oh yes. Sorry.
and it had the
I was forgetting
bracelet.
this.
I quite like it. So,
Man,
so the
that's a clean looking ham.
Right.
What is this kind of? This is kind of like the 111. Sorry, 112. 112, isn't it?
No, because 112 is a Luminor, isn't it? This is a Radiomir.
Sorry, you're right.
So this has the wire lugs.
This is
I
the
don't know what
vintagey,
size-
the more vintagey one, because
Exactly.
it doesn't. Yeah. You're right.
It's got
But
the wire lugs.
It's kind of that version because it doesn't
Onion
have the
crown.
seconds. It's just
Yeah.
minute,
nice and clean.
hour, and it's a logo dial. It's got the PAM logo on it.
Right. But honestly, I would listen. Don't get me wrong. I think it's nice. I would go for the ETA version. Like I have the PAM 183. O'Sheen has the same watch with the ETA movement. I forget what the reference is, but it's basically the same watch. So I have this one. And your service costs, you could take this to a local watchmaker, and it's going to be like a fraction of what you would pay for an in-house movement. Similar look. You get a display case back on this immersion. I mean, I would be getting this. That's just my opinion.
Can you get that without the running? Can you get it without?
Yeah, so O'Sheen's version has without the running second. I don't remember what the model number is, but he did a review on it, so I'm sure he mentioned what the what the model is. Oh boy, here we go.
Mr. Valju, $2. Marco, your ignorance of Grand Seiko is astounding.
It's just not my type of watch, guys.
Yeah, I look, you can't know everything about everything.
It's just
He's a Ming guy. He's gonna get Ming over Grand Seiko.
like I typically don't like the German style of wristwatches. I'm not a big fan of the Japanese, and it's just I'm sorry, like I'm mostly Swiss. That's what I prefer.
Yes, Euro trash. Edda Trickster, $5. What makes ArchieLuxury so brilliant is that he asks questions that he already knows the answers to. Well, I don't know. Well played, Pontiff. Okay, I'll take that.
I think I'd go for Seiko before Grand Seiko. Me,
Ooh.
just like I'd go for the lower priced Volkswagen rather than the expensive Volkswagen. That's me.
Jeff, $5. I have to be honest, I just got a base Luminar 1086 and I absolutely am in love with it.
These are great watches because you get. I mean, these are strap monsters, right? That's the whole beauty of Panerai. You can put this on.
This is
any
the
strap.
1086. That is, so this here is the
That's like
this
the
is like-
112.
yeah, is that the 112 replacement?
Yes, the in-house kind of version of it.
Yes.
Looks
Luminar.
huge. Looks huge. All the PAMs I've ever tried on have been 45 and up.
You know, what really pisses me off is I love, one of my most favorite PAMs is a solid gold PAM. It's got the most beautiful blue strap. And it's 30 meters waterproof. What the fuck? Like, it's an
And it
expensive
has all that
watch.
dive heritage. All that dive heritage.
It's an expensive watch, and why would you do that?
Must have been a cost saving somewhere.
But why would you do that, man? Was it really that? I mean, at least make it 100 meters, don't you think?
There's a bean counter that got a yacht for that.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
It just destroys the whole point of having a PAM.
Maybe they're
know.
selling to people who don't even understand the idea of a dive heritage. Maybe that's the idea.
I can just see them coming back under warranty. What a horror story, you know? It's a PAM. Of course it's waterproof. Not really, sir. It's just
You fell on into the deep end of your bathtub with it. That was the mistake.
see, 30 meters is only really splash resistant, isn't it? Is that
Yeah,
splash resistant?
it's like
What's
wash
that?
your hands type of resistance.
Exactly.
Well, you can go into somebody's backyard pool, probably, if you say.
No,
Probably no.
it's
I think,
surface, like very surface, like dip your
Very,
watch
yeah.
in. You know what I mean?
Most home pools only go to 6 feet, right? And you could probably survive with that. Pool party type watch. So what's going on, gentlemen?
Doc, I want to know what watch you got. What do you mean? What's going on? You dropped the hammer, telling us you're getting a new watch, but don't want to tell us what it is.
Well, first of all, I want to say that I resisted getting a new watch for a very long time. I hadn't bought a watch in over a year. I thought about getting a Breitling 765 and said, no, I don't need any more watches. I just don't. I have enough watches. I'm happy. And I listened to you guys going on and on and on.
What about the 806? What do you think of the 806? Because I know you're a chronograph guy, or you like the vintage chronographs at least.
You know, the 806, for me, the dial, I know that's a classic Breitling. It's just so busy. And
right. It's the one thing I
just want to know
have
what time it is. I just want to look at my watch. I want to spend half a second looking to know what time is it. Sometimes I want to look and admire it. Most of the time, I actually use it. I want to know what time it is real quick.
I love everything else about it except for how busy. I like the syringe hand. I even like the faux patina in this case. Here, let's put. We got JJ.
But for me, it is just so busy that
it's too busy.
I tried it on, and I realized I'd have to look at it at least for a full second, which doesn't sound like much, but when you're used to just glancing and know the time, it's a lot.
Here we go.
And the hands are
MJT.
smaller.
$15. Here we go. This is no BS. I dreamt last night I was back in school and Arch was my math teacher. What the fike does that mean? Obviously, I watch YouTube too much. Be interested to hear the punter's view.
I'm not a
Doc.
psychiatrist, but
Right. That's a
I
little
have
crazy.
to stop. I have to stop and digest that. I'm going to let Marco go first.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say to that.
Were you good at maths? The question: were you good at math or you weren't good? Yeah. Actually, that Breguet is just.
Wow, that's
as
what
you-
I
as-
want to get Doc's opinion.
Well,
Arch, you know, in Cal 1, I was in enriched Cal 1, so it was really hard. It was like the science calculus, but catered for business. I finished at 80%, which was whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But the class
yeah,
average
yeah.
was 59. I went to Cal 2 with just regular, and I finished with 99%.
No,
not
this is-
97, sorry, not 99, 97.
Subtle flex.
Right.
this is the limited edition. Breguet.
No, so they released this for only watch, so it's a piece unique. There's only one being made in the entire world, but it's so nice. It's got like a what's it called? Tobacco brown, almost like a what are those Speedmasters called? Like the H Speedmaster?
It has a chocolate dial on it. It's
like tropical,
dial.
right?
And
With a faux patina, syringe hand. It's gorgeous.
And basically, though, the dimensions match like a vintage, circa 1960s early Breguet Type 20. And that, to me, is the best Type 20. I mean, if they made something even close to that now, I'd just get a Breguet Type 20 and be a very happy man. But, that's a nice, slim Breguet 20.
Yeah,
I
and
love
it's
it.
38 mil case size, which is, I would say probably truer to the original.
Well, again, that's
I
like the
just don't get
60s,
it.
exactly.
I just don't get. It's like they're allergic to retail sales, Arch. They don't want to create watches people want to buy.
Why'd they only make one? That's a lot of trouble to
MJT
go
is
through.
saying, so this is my last appearance on
I
YouTube.
think he means that like sarcastically, Arch, because of the dream.
Yes.
Math instructor. That's part of the reason, though, that I'm thinking of a 765 Breitling. I mean, if you look at the dimensions of a 765, it's basically this: nice thin bezel, nice large dial, easy to read. Yeah. The only problem with the Breitling 765, it says Breitling. If it said Breguet, everybody would jump on it.
What's the 765? That's the discount Type 20, right?
No, the 765 Breitling came out after the 805, and so there is a 1953 model that this one emulates, and it almost matches it exactly. And they all had contracts for the Type 20, so Breitling was buying for the Type 20, just like Breguet, just like a couple of other manufacturers. And this is one of them. And it's a nice, clean-looking watch. It's larger because the Breitling 1953 was larger. So
Here we
like
go. Anak
42.
Chen, $5. Thoughts on the new Zenith Chronomaster original and the brand in general? The reverse Panda looks quite nice.
Yeah, this one is nice.
I think these are a lot newer, a lot nicer than the Chronomat Sport.
I like these a lot.
I like them both. So they're very different watches. I could get, if I wasn't just worried about spending money, I'd get both. They're very
But there's
different
also
watches.
another one that came out. It's got a blue dial. I think it's the nicest out of all of them. Let me see.
That's true.
they're
Mark
all
posted
blue,
that one in the
yeah.
WhatsApp. I was
I don't
surprised.
know why it didn't go in the freaking press packages. It was the
Right.
nicest one out of all of them. It doesn't make any sense.
They didn't make a big deal about it at all.
I'll try and find it. I found it on Instagram. I'll try and find it again. But yeah, these are the new releases. I don't know what you guys think of these.
I think if you're gonna go with the Zenith and you're gonna go El Primero, you need the tricolor subdials.
Right.
That's just their thing. You're not gonna find it anywhere else. So, in my opinion, that's what you need to get.
Yeah. Now I wonder why did they do it in the others, but not the white dial? Do they really not want? Are they trying to really avoid conflict, looking like a Daytona?
You mean
Okay.
why did they not go with the tricolor on the reverse pandas?
Right. They only did it for the white dial.
Maybe it doesn't look quite right. I don't know.
Well, they did it on the sport.
It's very strange they didn't do it on that one.
See, I really like the tri-compact's eyes. You know how you have the three different colored eyes. Just kind of, I love the blue there, but it's just missing out on that classic
Exactly.
color.
Yeah, that's what JJ's saying. It just doesn't make sense. You know, just because they went with reverse panda, they dropped the colors. I don't know. Maybe there was a clash. They didn't feel it worked aesthetically. I don't know.
What about the 384? You know, is it 384 or 38, whatever it is? You know, that A3. Yeah, that's right.
Well, the A384, I believe, that's the weird case shape one, right?
Yeah, retro 70s
Right.
integrated bracelet sort of one. I like that.
It's got that hollow link in the middle.
Yep.
I tried this on, Arch. I'm not even joking with you.
Yep.
Trying to unhinge the bracelet, I almost lost a nail trying to do it because it's so terrible. Like the bracelet clasp is awful on this.
I like it with the tri-compacts colors, you know, the three. But what did you think of it?
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice in person. It fits well. It looks good. But the bracelet clasp, it's the only thing that ruins it. It's just terrible. It's really bad.
Yeah. JJ, how are you been, man?
I'm doing well. Sorry, I'm late to the show. I was out.
Okay.
Was out living my life like a young man should.
You know you're late when I come on before you.
Right. That's when you know you're really extra late. I wanted to stop in and see what's going on in the luxury wristwatch realm. Arch, what happened, man? You put out a bunch of videos. I don't know if you covered this yet, but the first video you forgave the Timepiece Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Second video you took it back.
Different channels, different platform, different market, different audience.
Oh, all right.
So one was AC3 and one was Paul Pluto.
He's got to hedge the bets. Hedge the bets.
You can't really lose either way, I guess, right?
I got to be honest with you. Part of me feels that way. A bit of both. Like I'd like to say I forgive you, but then I wonder, was it Marco's idea or your idea? And what's happening with those oyster perpetuals and then what's going to happen as far as the raise goes? And so many unanswered questions.
See, I could see Paul saying, I understand how things can go sometimes. It can be rough. You make mistakes. And then AC is saying, "Fike off." You know, you didn't put anything up on the fridge. You didn't hold on to any of your BS. All that stuff you said you were going to do.
I was suckered in by James. James is a good salesman. You know, James is a good salesman. Guys, I'm going to wrap this baby up. Is anyone going to do a show afterwards?
I don't think you can wrap it up just yet because Birminghard came in and then put himself on mute.
Birminghard came in. Yeah, let him. Oh,
I just want to know what Doc has coming in. I mean, it's already coming in, right?
It's
nice. No, well, he doesn't
here.
reveal it until he said it's Rolex, it's sports, Steel Sports.
But even if it ends up being a disaster, he can come back on and give us an update. We can follow along with the adventure.
Yeah, this is just his. It's like the baseball players. They got a certain ritual they do. You know, they touch their hand, they touch the rabbit foot. You know, they don't fike with their routine. It's bad luck.
There was a minor screw up, and it's in the mail on Monday. It was supposed to have already been in the mail, so I have it on Monday.
I hate that. The Pine Baron, $5. Take a drink, Arch, whenever I say I got to be honest with you. Thank you, Pine Baron.
You'll be drunk in no time.
Yeah, you'll be dead by the end of a video. You'll be pumping your stomach.
Arch, it was a friend's birthday, so I was thinking about sentimentality today, and I said,
yes,
let me wear my first luxury wristwatch today. So I put on the old stinky diamond bezel
You got the
Breitling.
diamond. What you had to? Why did you put it back on?
I put him back. The other one was kind of messed up. The guy didn't put it on too good, so long story, but it was a little messed up. I had to wind up popping it off and putting on the other one.
Okay.
For now, anyway, till I get it.
How do you pop it off, though? How do you pop it off? You just
Yeah, it's just pressure, you know.
It's press fit, but probably not the
Probably
best
best to get a
tolerance.
watchmaker to do this. I think.
Right. Yeah. Well, I know how to put them on.
It is a Breitling. You could probably do it yourself.
Yeah. I'm pretty handy.
Breitling's I don't put Breitling down. Breitling is a great. You know what I really miss? I miss a Super Ocean Heritage. I really
You were
do
gonna
miss
say
it.
that. You should miss it.
Because it's no crown guards, shark mesh.
And you
It's
know
just a
what?
cool.
I think
That is a
MJT
great-
has one too. And
it
Doc,
is a
you have the
great
one that
pool.
Arch has.
I have his. It's a great pool party watch.
It
You go to a
is.
pool party, you jump in the pool, you've got your watch on. Some of the girls, you got your watch on. It's great. It's great.
I mean, I got to tell you, the Breitling Super. It's just a classic. It's just retro, very retro. You can put it on straps. You can do all sorts of fun things with it.
I can't.
loved
I
it.
have to leave it on the mesh because that's the best look of all. That's the.
Just want to say hello to our good friend Toyota Mo. Hello, Toyota.
Toyota Mo, feeling
Hello,
okay?
Toyota Mo.
Doing okay? Feeling bad for England?
We don't
Yes,
feel bad
Toyota.
for England.
No.
No,
And you know what? We were talking about Grand Seikos earlier, but I'd rather have my Super Ocean Heritage on its shark mesh for less than the cost of a Grand Seiko.
I got to
I'd
tell you
rather
what's
have it.
amazing. I had the Super Ocean on a rubber with the deployant clasp, the Breitling deployant. That was so smooth. I remember having it on rubber. You know,
No,
I
yours
miss
was
that.
really nice on the rubber. You know what else was really nice on the rubber
What's
too?
that?
Your El Primero. I liked it with the
Oh,
little
Chrome
dots.
Master
That's
open heart.
actually Arch. You want to hear something funny? That's why I got
Yeah.
this strap with the dots. See, because of
yeah.
you, you made me do think of that.
Actually,
Rob
that suits that
Alphamero.
watch really right.
Yeah, it
actually
actually makes it a
suits
lot. It makes it a lot more wearable, right?
Right. It's very sporty. It looks great.
Yeah.
So whose birthday was it? How old were they? And what's the...
One of
He
my
wants
friends,
to also know what sex they were.
a
Yeah,
friend of mine, he was 44 today.
44. It's at a young age. How's he going? Is he okay?
Yeah, it's good. Doing a nice
Is
party.
that the one going through the bad divorce, or that's another 44?
No, that's another guy. He's not 40. He's only 42.
Okay.
So
But he looks 44 after this
Yeah.
divorce.
he might look
I'm
older.
kind
than
of, I'm kind of confused. Is there a good divorce?
that. Right. Yeah, I don't know anyone unless you're married to like a really wealthy woman who wants to get rid of you. Just gives you half her money.
Okay, maybe that's a good divorce.
I think a good divorce starts with no kids being involved.
Yeah.
That's a good divorce.
Yeah, wasn't it Halle Berry was all pissed that she has to pay spousal support?
She is pissed. Absolutely. The women aren't supposed to do that.
Hmm.
But don't get us started. As they say.
Wait, who was her ex-husband?
I think he was like a dancer or something like that. He was like, I don't know. Or am I
Yikes.
thinking of the wrong celebrity? But a couple of celebrities, when they got their divorces, they had to pay spousal support because their husbands were like, you know, the equivalent of a background dancer, and they went and married them and stuff.
The Pine Baron, $5. Why do people hate on Panerai? Did they mess with movements or limited edition games? Serious answers, please. I missed the memo. Look, Panerai stuffed up things by having too many limited editions. They did do that. Was part of Richmond. And when they started bringing out PAMs, which were 30-meter waterproof.
And then what about the one where they didn't do any finishing on the movement, right? Remember that special
The
edition?
Brooklyn
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Yeah, they left it all like shitty. They didn't do anything.
Yes.
Which made it
100%.
really easy. It also made it really easy for people to make fakes, and I think they ended up posting a couple fakes on their own brand's Instagram account. Like they
Yeah,
didn't
that
even know
happened.
that it was a fake that they posted a couple times.
Yeah, well,
It's happened more than once.
Isn't that the
In
biggest
fact,
knock on Panerai? You can't tell if it's real or not.
I would imagine the Chinese were saying, "Oh, we got to rough this up to make it look like a Panerai."
Yeah, we're finishing this too nicely.
We got the whole crew on now.
Okay, me
we
too.
can't
Who's
go.
on?
We're gonna leave, but now I guess we can't, huh?
Stay.
Wait, what do you mean? I have a whole thing set up for 8:45. We can go wherever we want. No, I'm only kidding.
Okay.
I'm only kidding, Arch. Whenever you're done,
No,
I'll
that's
leave.
okay.
I'm gonna go
That's
get something to drink. I'll be right back.
That's
Hey,
okay.
what's up, guys? How's it going?
Hello,
Look, I was
Tim.
just discussing. Are you buying the Timepiece Gentleman's apology? Do you accept it or
Me?
not? Yes.
Well, I don't know what he's apologizing for. See, when he says I'm sorry for what I've done, I don't want to project because what he wants us to do is he wants us to each one of us has to imagine what in our minds he did wrong, and then we have to project what we think he done wrong onto him and then accept his apology. See, I don't that's a very typical politician like apology. I actually want him to say what it is that he's apologizing for in the video. Be explicit. That's just
He did name names. He mentioned,
but he
Roman.
didn't say Arch. He didn't say what he's sorry for. He said, "I'm sorry, I fucked up." Well, you know what? He can copy and paste that apology and use it anytime in the future.
JJ, are you convinced? Yes, no. Yes, no.
No, I'm not totally convinced. And I'd also like to add one thing, Arch. Would you trust a dentist that's open on Sunday?
Well, it's not really a dentist. It's my crown fell out again. It's a different one. It's this dentist fucked everything up. All of the dental work from 5 years ago. Everything is falling apart.
I've never heard of a crown falling out, though. Unless it was temporary.
I've had that. I've had crown fall out. No, Doc. There's no guarantee. You start getting those all-day suckers. You get the lollies and those things there. No, the crown is just it's glued in place, Doc. It's physics. Okay, enough pressure will take it out.
They put a little bit of temporary glue. They said it's not. It doesn't look too bad, but I have to come tomorrow when they open, and they're gonna do actual work.
The temporary
Tim, ridiculous.
I can see falling out. The temporary can fall out because that one relies strictly on. It's not even really glue. They call it glue, but it's a grout. But the temporary, yes. But the final product.
You know, Doc, I had a temporary filling. I had a temporary crown that lasted like 3 years. You know that they make it out of plaster. It was better. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Why didn't?
Because she was wearing Frederic Constant, Doc.
Why did I replace it? Why did I take it out then? That's what you're asking me. Why did I take it out then?
No, why was it left that long? It's the temporary is usually only there until they make the actual crown.
Yeah,
they have to manufacture it. It takes several days to.
I had some financial, personal reasons, Doc.
But you paid for the final product.
No. It's actually one of the crowns fell out, and then he put a temporary in, and I just left it for a while, and it just And
can I show you one crown that never falls out?
Sure.
Crown.
Guys, I'm gonna wrap this baby up now. Who's doing the show?
Yes,
please.
I am doing Sunday Fun Day. I will drop the link.
Please do the show. Please drop the link. Just drop the link.
Where's the link in the WhatsApp?
I dropped it right in the comments. It's in the comments right now.
In the comments.
See, Gentlemen's Hangout, the three.
I'm just waiting for it to come up there.
I got to go back to YouTube.
Oh, there it. Where is it?
YouTube.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Just drop it a few times.
Okay.
JJ.
I don't want to spam you, Arch. I don't want to spam your goodwill. You know what I mean?
It's okay. Okay, guys. See you.
Hold on, we got
tomorrow.
Super chat.
Oh,
super
chat. Here we go. Toyota Mo, $5. Quick wristwatch check. Milgauss. Also, I have to give it to Tim. His thoughts about the pathetic TPG apology is spot on. Okay, guys.
I would add to the.
Yes, go on, Doc.
I would add to that I would add to that I think he's mostly apologizing for it not turning out the way he thought it would in his dreams.
Yes. At least in the apology, he didn't mention the word marketing genius. That's one good thing. Okay, guys. See you later.
Nice.
Later, guys.